Hi, I'm Christy from Homeschooling in Progress. In this video, I'd like to show you what we have planned for our morning basket for the month of May to give you some ideas on what you can include in yours. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so let's go check it out. Okay, so the first thing I'm showing you is actually not in our May morning basket, but it was in our April morning basket. And the reason I want to show this to you is that it was the inspiration for what we're going to do this month. In April, I decided to read The Green Ember. We had had it for a while and I had been wanting to read it, and we had the opportunity to do some activities based on the book. And I found the literature plans for The Green Ember from Pam Barnhill, and I will put a link in the description so that you can check them out as well. But in these morning plans, they had nature study ideas and picture study and everything that we would need in our morning time. And so we kind of did our morning time based on a book. And that's what we're going to do this month as well. Okay, so for this month, we are going to try to focus on hopefully these 3 books, but at least 2 of them. And I'll tell you why I chose these books when we get to our art history. So we're going to start with Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and read that book. If we have time, I'd like to also try to get Peter Pan in, and then we're also going to do a study on who was Walt Disney. And the reason I chose these is because back in March, we had planned, if you saw my March morning basket video, I mentioned that we use Art History Kids as our art class, and that March was supposed to be about Mary Blair, who did some of the artwork for the movies of Alice in Wonderland and Peter Pan through Walt Disney. And with everything that happened in the month of March around the world, we just never got to it. And so I still wanted to do it because it looks like such a fun lesson. And so we're going to go ahead and do that this month because I thought that'd be a good way to do our literature tie-in to read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and possibly Peter Pan. And so you can see this is going to be our art history. And there are so many different things that I get each month or each week actually, in my email from Art History Kids about how to do this, these art history classes. It tells me what I should teach, what I should say, and the activities that the kids can do. And so it really is just kind of, I can either print them off and go, or just open my computer up to that PDF and go. And so I thought this will be really fun to use the art history tie-in with the artist to the books, that, she didn't do the artwork for the books, but she did for the movies. And so we're going to read the books, and then we're also going to watch the movies too, which I think the boys will really enjoy in May. And then along with tying in our literature with our art history, we're also going to tie in our nature study as well. When we did that with The Green Ember, we learned about rabbits because the main characters are rabbits in the book. And our artwork was about stained glass windows, which they have a haul in the book of stained glass windows. And so it was just really fun to kind of tie all that together. And so that's what I'm trying to do with the plans that I have for this month. And so we're going to do caterpillars as part of our nature study this month because there's, the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland. And then we're also just going to go ahead and do some wildflowers. I just think May is a really fun time to do those and maybe learn a little bit about the plant life cycle as well. And so that's going to be our nature study. And I have so many books that we may or may not get to. I don't usually read all of these. I'll pick a few that we'll read when we do our study, and then I just leave the rest out for the boys to read at their leisure. I have pulled some preschool age books out as well that I'm going to try to read to my 3-year-old also. Kind of, have him, he likes to sit in on our nature study, and that kind of helps, him have some things for himself too. Now, these are things that we usually do almost every day. There are some things that we do just, maybe once a week, and I have those listed on my blog, and so I'll leave that link below, and you can see how to get any of these things that I mentioned, how you can take a look at the art history kids and see links to the books that we're going to use. And then I'll also go into a little bit more detail on those, along with some of the other things that we put in our morning time. So hopefully, seeing what we're going to use in our morning basket will give you some ideas on some fun things that you can add to your own. May is going to be the last month of our school year, and we're actually going to end in the middle of the month. But I'm going to try to keep our morning basket going throughout the whole month, just so that we can, really enjoy the literature and the nature and the art at our leisure and not be rushed to finish other subjects as well. And we'll see if maybe we can continue that on into the summer. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your school year. Happy homeschooling.